burying your true self in this hole in order to impress other people or to fake impress yourself. Like, why are you betraying yourself? Why are you hardening yourself? And then when people don't fuck with you, you want to get mad, and then now you the angry Joe. Now you getting money, now you angry, now you want to fuck with nobody. Now you getting all this money, like, damn, I'm lonely. Like, damn, nobody don't fuck with me. Everybody just want this from me. Want. The whole time, nobody don't want shit from you. Welcome back to another episode of Trail True Podcast. Firstly, before we even get into today's episode, Happy New Year. Happy holidays. I didn't get to tell you guys Merry Christmas. I didn't get to tell you guys Happy New Year's. I didn't get to do much of anything. So if you're watching this, happy holidays to you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't enjoy it, I hope you go into this year knowing that it's nothing but free opportunities, free will, and room for much improvement and growth. So let's just jump straight into the episode. I really want to make this one real direct, straight to the point, quick, and very, very, very sensitive. I feel as if with it being a new year, we have to get ready to go through whatever is going to be handed to us. And by me saying that, some of you guys may already know what I'm about to get into. I want to talk about navigating through life, through midlife crisis, and while remaining solid to your identity. A lot of people don't know how to do that. And I was one person that didn't know how to do it either. I felt as if times I tried to rebrand myself every single moment, every time something bad happened, no matter big or small. I felt like every issue I had to change who I was. Maybe I had to do this differently. Maybe I had to do this differently. And it caused me to, in a sense, lose myself. All this time, I never had to change who I was. I just had to change how I go about things. And people kind of get those things misconstrued. People kind of get those things mixed up because we're always in a race with success. We're always in a race to impress. We're always in a race to please other people. But sometimes we forget how to please ourselves while remaining the same. Sometimes we forget how to stay whole. Sometimes we forget how to stay solid. A lot of you guys are so hard on yourself and you try to rebrand yourself so much that it makes you so soft and more sensitive to the point where you break down, to the point where you lose control, to the point where you can't see straight. But how can we stay sane? How can we, you know, remain solid? A lot of people may ask that. How do you remain solid while you're going through life crisis? How can you remain solid while you're trying to just be true to yourself? How? Well, today I'm gonna tell you how I did it and the ways that I would recommend for everybody else. Of course, I've said it multiple times. Everybody knows if you're been here since episode 1, episode 3, whatever the case may be, I said it every single episode. I encountered a sense of depression for the longest period of my life. And I break it down in almost every episode. But if you ever want to hear about my story, just go to episode 3. It's all there. It's all there. Me facing the mirror and telling myself what I need to change, what I need to go through, and accepting what happened in the past. All of that is there if you want to know about my story. Or if you want to do a comparison of the man I was versus the man I am today. It's all there. The proof is in the pudding. I'm not saying this just to say it. It's all true. But navigating through life crisis, oh man, I feel like, a lot of things hit us with a curveball. A lot of different things happen in our life to the point where we have to just move quickly. And sometimes we feel like the things that we have to move quickly on, we feel like we need more time with it, especially financially. Like, I'm gonna just be a buck. It's always, this is just a common saying, like every time you get some money, bullshit comes with it. Every time you get some money, your car break down. Every time you get some money, an unexpected bill comes. But are you gonna let that stir you off? Are you gonna let that piss you off? Of course you can be upset and emotional about it, but are you gonna let that change what you got going on? Because what a lot of people do, this is just an example before I get into the subject itself. Say if you get a bill, right? And of course, whenever you get some money and it's unexpected, you usually want to pocket that money or spend it on something that you actually want, or something that you actually need, depending on the person. Most people, when they get that unexpected bill, they get that car issue, they think like, man, I'm not making enough. Damn, like if I'd have been working this or if I'd have been doing this, I would have had some extra money. This would never felt like nothing to me. This would be like pocket money. This would be something that won't even phase me. Whole time, you don't need to change your job because you got an unexpected bill. You don't need to change who you are because you got an unexpected bill. Shit happens. Why are you doing a whole 360 when shit happens? It happens to everybody. You're not the only person that's going through something. And I feel like a lot of people got to recognize that because I used to think to myself when I was going through my shit, this shit only happening to me. I never put on another perspective. I never put on another lens because I always thought I was the one being punished. I always thought I was the one that was being challenged. Like it's just only me. Like it ain't somebody else that's out there going through worse when it really is. And I feel like how I got over that was by encountering other people, relating to other people. Because I feel like once you start to relate to other people or you see other people are going through worse, it kind of calms you down and humbles you because it's not only you. And my question to you, why do you think it's only you? If you think it's only you, what can you do to control it from only being you? How can you be outside of the uncommon norm? How can you stop being such singled as an individual that's only going through these pains or only going through these struggles by yourself? Because if everybody else not going through it, you should want to be like everybody else, not being the uncommon person and not being a normal person and just suffering, suffering, suffering. I feel like majority cycles that we go through, more majorities, chapters that we go to that are painful or that are hurtful, you can break it. Just like I always say, I've said it before. I've had a whole episode about generational curses or generational chains that are labeled to us because that's how we were raised or that's how we came up. Everything is breakable. Anything is obtainable. You just have to be willing to put in the work. Like I said, like the girl said, I'm not even gonna say I said, like the girl said on the last women's episode, you can break every cycle. Faith without works is dead. It's that simple. And before I even jump to the next part of this whole, you know, navigating process, a lot of you guys, and we said this in the last episode as well too, a lot of you guys will pray without wanting to put in the work. You want God to control your life without you driving. You want to sit passenger and just let God control everything. God won't do that. What God will do, he'll give you a map. He'll give you a guideline. He'll give you an outline. He'll give you a map and say, okay, I put all the directions on here. You just have to drive. You have to drive this 2-hour drive. You have to drive this day drive in order for you to get to your destination where you want to be. You have to drive. God is not physically getting in and driving the boat for you. That is not how this works. Everybody in this world always wants, wants, wants. When the storm actually comes, what are you doing? You want to rebrand. You're giving up on everything. Why are you giving up on why are you giving up on the person that God prepared you to be? Why are you giving up on the person that God made you to be? Just because one issue, so you're gonna jump ship and be, who knows, Jerry instead of Terry? You're gonna be Emily instead of Susan? Veronica instead of Monica? Like you just gonna keep changing your life, your aesthetics because you go through one thing? It's why jump ship? What are you getting from jumping ship? What are you getting from being this totally new person, this rebranded person every time you go through something? And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with a rebrand. Some people honestly need change. And I was one of the people that needed change. But my change wasn't consistently. My change wasn't every time that something went wrong, I changed. No, that wasn't it. That's not me. Cause what's the point? Who are you trying to please? And then if you keep doing all this hooping and hurling and jumping back and forth, who will you keep? If you can't keep yourself, who will you keep? And who will you be? No one wants to be around someone that can't maintain an identity because it's like, okay, who are you going to be today? Who do I have to keep up with today? And people don't want to chase nobody. I know I don't. And I know anybody that's watching right now, I know you don't. So why are you putting yourself in a situation to where every time you hit a little hurdle, you got to change? Every time you hit a little bump, you don't know what to do. All these different characters that you come in with, all these different personas that you're trying to fulfill, that ain't gonna help you. And I'm gonna just be a buck with you. Like, that ain't gonna help you. It's a lot of things that come with changing who you are. Now you gotta try to fill in this new persona with your friends, your family. And then when they don't understand it or when they don't like it, now you think that they're picking on you. Now you think that they're against you. When the whole time is you against this fake persona that you got going on. It's not knowledgeable. It's not like I can't recognize who this person is because I'm already used to this. You can adjust, but why rebrand? Why change everything about who you are? Put it from that perspective. Like I told y'all, God will give you a blueprint. You have to drive it. You have to drive it. You want to be this new person, okay, with a whole new start, you got to start all the way over. You might as well get new friends, new job, move, all this, because all that comes into play whenever you want to become this new persona, this new person. Like, and I feel like anybody in this world knows that starting over is probably the hardest thing in life to do. Starting over is the most painful and one of the most hardest things to do, especially from a heartbreak, financial, mentally. Like that shit is not easy because you have to put the reps in. You have to learn how to do all this shit over again. You can't just wake up and be somebody new. That ain't how this shit work. Like you can't wake up and just be this new person that just gonna continue to live out through life. No. You gotta reintroduce yourself. You gotta rebrand yourself. Everything has to change. And like I already said, who's gonna want to keep up with that? Why would you want to keep up with that? Honestly, think about it like that. So, how I would go about things, I'm gonna just give you a little bit of my insight, my story on how I maneuver through all these different hoops and hurdles. For me, like I said, been through depression, mentally was fucked up, financially fucked up, just overall fucked up. How did I get through it? My whole thing was, and I tell my therapist this, I just knew my time was coming. I may not have knew it early on. Early on, I just questioned myself like, okay, what am I even doing? Like, this shit not making sense. But once you start to dial in and you keep going through shit, you kind of got to figure out like, why am I going through this? Instead of saying, oh, it's always me. Why am I going through this? Is this trying to teach me something? Am I going to learn something from this? Or am I missing something? That was always me. Am I missing something? Because no matter what room I walked in, sometimes my confidence was low. Hell yeah. I'm not gonna say a lie. But majority of times whenever I walked into a situation, either it'd be an interview or it just be meeting new people, I know I'm one hell of a guy. Like it's nobody that can't tell me I'm a hell of a guy. And I say that with the most just being as humble as I can be. But when I know my shit, when I know me, because I know myself, when I know myself and when I know anything else, I'm overly confident about it. So as I'm going through these challenges, I'm like, okay, shit gonna change. Life gonna get better. Cool, and that's the norm. Everybody always say it'll be fine, it'll change. But no, like you really gotta believe in that shit. Because if you don't believe in it, you're not gonna put forth work towards better. Everything I went through, whether it be financially with different jobs, okay, I may not have been getting paid enough. Guess what? Another opportunity lined up for me. Did I sit there and just quit? Did I give up? Did I stop doing my job at the one job I was at? No. I went out there, I worked my hardest. Another opportunity came up, I applied for it, and I got it instantly because I know that I'm that guy. I know that I can fulfill these things that I want to fulfill. And that's all a part of never settling, never sitting there dwelling on whatever pain or whatever stress that you're going through. You got to always know that it's something next. And that next could be bigger than what you have. It could be less. It could be something that is just getting you over that bump mentally. It may not be a financial gain. It might just be a mental gain. Like a lot of people got to take these things into perspective. You got to start looking at the different things that may not be as important to everybody else that may be important for you at that moment. A lot of like I think I told y'all in one interview, or not interview, but in one episode, I've worked 15 jobs. Did that stop me from getting to my career? No, it built me up to get to my career. When I got to my career, I got in my career field with management experience, communication experience, digital experience, all these different things from going through different jobs. And some of these jobs, when I first started, I was getting paid what, $6, $7? I'm making triple, double, whatever times that easily. But I didn't complain about the process. I understood that it was going to be something coming. I didn't know what it was. When I first started working, I didn't know I was going to be doing what I'm doing now, but I knew something would come big enough to take care of me, big enough for me to be who I want to be, big enough for me to remain solid, remain the same. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people will rather jump ship. Okay, your paycheck for the past 2 months, every 2 weeks you getting $1,100. You can't get what you want. You can't get, this, I don't want to say this materialistic thing that you want. You can't get something that you truly want just for the plot, not something that you need. But when that big bill come up that you didn't expect, now you're like, man, this job sucked. I hate this shit. I'm not working this shit no more. I can't get what I want. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with getting what you want, but understand, is this job taking care of you? Is this job doing the necessary things to make sure that you're alive, that you make sure you're fed. Or you just want to jump ship because it's not taking care of your lifestyle that you want to force into your life. And that's another problem with people. Everybody want to force this lifestyle, and that's when that fake persona come in. A lot of y'all just want to fake this lifestyle that y'all got it when y'all really don't. It was times I didn't have it. Shit. It's I'm a be a buck right now. I hate the whole persona, like when people like they get online and they try to make seem like everything they do is new. Everything they do is new. Everything they have is new. That is, I'm wearing the same fucking camo pants that I wore in plenty of episodes. These motherfuckers convert to shorts. You might see me wearing these again in another episode. I ain't gotta be new to come up here. As long as I'm being myself, this'll get to where it need to be, and the person that needs to hear it, they will hear it. I don't need to have the newest thing. I don't need to have the flashiest thing. I don't need to be new in order to be myself. You wanna know why? Because I love myself. I love myself enough to know that everything that I got on, everything that I could have, everything that I may want, I don't need it in order to be happy. I don't. If a storm comes right now, I'm damn sure prepared for it. Damn sure prepared for it because I'm not keeping up with no facade. I'm not keeping up with no persona. I'm just being Trey. That's it. Just being Trey. And the best way that I can explain I'm being Trey, what notes y'all see I got? What pen, what pad, what I got? Nothing. Humbly, of course. Like you just gotta be yourself and everything will come natural to you. This is a natural conversation between me and y'all. I don't gotta get up here and be fake. You don't have to wake up and go be fake. You don't have to wake up and idolize something that's not you. Do something that provides for you and everything else, all the fruit will come from your labor. I'm the proof from it, fam. Like I've been through hell and back mentally, physically. I've been there. Do what you gotta do. Do the necessary steps. And I guarantee you that map that you riding on, that God put you on, it will stay the course. Nothing will change. Of course, God gonna put you through obstacles to try to see if you're gonna take a shortcut. He's gonna test you. It may be a little traffic delay on that map, on that drive. What are you gonna do? Cut through a neighborhood? What are you gonna do? You gonna take a shortcut? You gonna turn around and give up? You gonna change your route? Or you gonna follow what's given to you already? That's literally how this shit is planned out. And just getting back to how I was, like I mentioned before, different jobs, different living situations. Like this is not no sob story, but I'm telling you, it's a lot of things that came up in my life where I didn't change who I was. I didn't. I adjusted. Throughout time, throughout my depression, I never changed who I was. Most people tell you that I met in middle school, high school, that I'm the same guy. You just more mature. You carry yourself a different way. You speak a different way. That's all adjustments. That's not like I'm going out changing who I am. My name's still Trey. Fam, nothing changed about me. I don't go by no, let's see, what y'all be calling like. My name ain't 2T, T-Wade. It ain't none of that, fam. I'm still Trey. I've been Trey the whole time. I've been Latravius the whole time. Nothing changed about me. Not my name. The only thing that really changed about me, of course, is my physical appearance. I don't have dreads no more. I don't have an afro no more. I probably lost weight, probably gained weight. That's all things that are, I'm not gonna say outside of my control, but those are all things that is gonna happen throughout time regardless. Those are changes that should happen. But besides that, like, fam, you don't gotta change who you is in order to, stay whole with yourself. I done been on plenty roadmaps with God. Plenty. Some of them, he told me, hey, you got a rest stop. This rest stop may be a year. I need you to think about what you're gonna do next. I need you to understand what's gonna come next. Maybe it's not nothing next for you right now. Maybe you just need to stay down and watch everybody else and learn from everybody else. That's what I get from my roadmaps. Just because I went on a map, I went on a destination and didn't work out in my favor, don't mean I'm finna be like, all right, fuck this map. I'm finna find a shorter way. One thing I never did is cheat life. Every time you switch up your persona, every time you try to cut these roadmaps off, every time you try to change who you are, you're cheating life. You're cheating life. You want to be somebody else because you went through something that may have been terrible. I'm not gonna, limit anybody to whatever they have been through, but you want to change because you've been through something. Cool. What do we have healing for? What do we have adjustments for? Is just fuck all that? Why can't you aim towards a better direction for yourself and make those necessary adjustments with the same goal that you always had, but just make the necessary adjustments? Why do you have to change? Why do you got to start over? Like, I'm going to keep saying, what do you get out of starting over? You got to rebuild everything. Everything. And if it's somebody that's out there and be like, oh, I don't mind starting over, that of this, that of that, good luck. Because I'm not one for starting over. Once I got something going on, I'm overly confident in it. I'm overly knowing that I can adjust to this. I can change this. I can alter this in a way to where it fits me for being me. I don't want to be nobody else. Because if I'm somebody else, I lose all this. I lose all this. Who am I going to be remembered by? The person that changed? The person that just said fuck everything. This is going to be a whole different person. And like I said, change is good, but changing in the entire approach, of course, it depends on your circumstances. Granted, let's just go ahead and put that disclaimer out there. It depends on your circumstances. If you were fucked up, like when I say fucked up, I mean fucked up. Yes, you need to change. But if you got something good going for yourself, if you're an average person that has something good going for yourself, you may got a, I don't even want to say basic job. I don't think there's no such thing as basic jobs. It depends on how you look at it. If you got something going on for yourself, you taking care of yourself, learn how to evolve, learn how to alter, learn how to adjust. Do not learn how to change. Learn how to evolve, alter, adjust. Don't be out here trying to change everything, man. You'll get lost. You'll start fucking yourself up. That's when the identity crisis begins to come because you don't know who you want to be. You were happier as Trey, and now that you want to be T2 times, you over there mad at the world, but you making money. It does not add up. It will never be the same. Because, well, I'm not even going to get into that perspective because everybody say money will buy happiness when it really don't. It's a lot of millionaires. There's a lot of rich people that are alone, sad, and on the verge of killing themselves. But they got every damn dollar that you want. It doesn't, it's not the same. Cannot buy joy. You can buy happiness because it's on a time frame, it's on a time limit, but you cannot buy joy. You cannot buy love. Sorry, buddy. It does not work like that. Absolutely not. So, with that being said, how did I remain solid? Guys, like I said, I always knew I was destined for greatness, but that's not how I remained solid. How I remained solid, like I mentioned before, was just knowing that something was coming next, but also being a hard worker. And a lot of people don't have that trait in them. You can break down being a hard worker. Positivity, work ethics, willing to seek opportunities. All these things can come from being a hard worker because you're putting in the work. Like I said earlier, faith without works is dead. The girl said it to y'all. It's dead. You can want this shit so bad in your head, but if you don't step that foot to go get it, if you don't move that hand to go reach it, you're dead. Nobody is coming to save you. I've said this since episode 1. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody. Not your mama, not your daddy, not nobody. Because everybody else got their own shit going on. You will get left in the wind thinking that somebody is coming to save you. Nobody is out here. Nobody is born to come and save you and just put you to the exact position that you want to be in. You know how rare that shit is? It's like, it's a fucking shooting star. Like, it's not people that's going to come out here and bless your entire situation just because of who you are. You got to earn this shit sometimes. You got to work harder than hard. And sometimes you're going to see a lot of motherfuckers that's lazy and getting it, but that don't mean that you become like them. Keep doing your thing, and I guarantee you everything will work out for you, fam. Like, it's destined. Like, I feel like everybody, whenever you're born, your purpose, it may be a little wonky in the beginning, but once you figure out your purpose, everything else from there is destined. It's only a matter of time. And I'd be damned if I get on here and tell y'all that, oh, this shit just gonna happen overnight. My situation is a little bit different from everybody's situation, and other people's situation is different from mine. I was blessed. I got in my career fresh out of college. I didn't think that was gonna happen. Typically people in my career field, they had to wait years. They gotta take, another route in order to get their foot in the door. I didn't have to do that. I'm blessed. But it took me time to understand that I was blessed. Well, know why? Because I always looked at myself like I gotta keep working hard. Once you work hard so much, you start to lose track of everything that you built up in order to make it so easy for you to be put where you are. I didn't realize that. But like I said, that's not the point right now. I worked so hard. That's how I remain my identity because by me working hard, that just came with more opportunities, more challenges, of course, because nothing ain't never easy as much as we want it to be. We'll be doing good for 5, 10 months and there's something to come and fuck it all up. But you got to keep going. So I kept working, 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 working. I was in school working 2 jobs. I was in college working 2 jobs, high school working 2 jobs. I was putting in the work. It was times, simple shit like this. High school, I didn't have a car, but I still showed up to work. Ubers. Had to pay people. I could have been like, man, all right, this job too far away. This job 40 minutes away. I got to pay $20 for Uber every time I go to damn work. Man, fuck this shit. I'm finna get a job right here at the McDonald's 5 minutes down the street. And I would have been fucking miserable. Would have been miserable. Would have never been happy because I wanted to take a shortcut and just get the easier thing out the way and just dealt with bullshit. Instead, no, I stayed the route. I said, it's okay. I'm gonna get a car. It's okay. I'm gonna get a better job to where me paying for this Uber ain't gonna mean shit. And I did all that. Now I got everything that I didn't have then. And I know I'm destined for more. Like a lot of people may look at me and be like, man, Trey got a lot going on for himself. I still got more improvement to do. I do, you do, your friends do, your family do. Everybody has room for growth and improvement. So why are you going through this identity crisis? And I didn't even mention it, but it can look simply like this. You hate the position that you're in. You may not be making enough money. You may feel like you're letting yourself down. You may be feeling like you're letting people down. You may be feeling like everything is just against you. It's you versus the world. Like a lot of people say it's me versus me. A lot of people feel like that. That's an identity crisis because you don't know what you have control over. You don't know who you are. You're either battling against yourself or the whole world when you generally don't have to. Why is it a competition against you and yourself? Why is it a competition against you and the world? Everybody has a free opportunity. Everybody has the opportunity to grow and to gain and to lose and to suffer. Everybody has the utmost playing field. So why are you competing with everybody else? Everybody else, some other people just want to go out here and get it. But it's you versus them. Why? You deep down inside just want to be happy. But nah, it's you versus you. Why? Why are you competing with yourself? Why? Like, then most people be like, it's me versus me because I'm trying to get rid of my old habits. That's cool, but you don't have to compete with yourself to adjust. You don't have to compete with yourself to evolve. Just say no. Just change. Like, it's always room for improvement and progression. But people would rather start over from zero and just be this whole new person. This whole new level, this whole new everything, and then want to change up and they get mad when people stop fucking with them. They get mad when things don't go their way because they think that since they're trying to be a better version of themselves that people are supposed to accept them. Like, no. Just like I just mentioned, people have nothing but free opportunity to accept and deny whatever they're willing to, whatever they're willing to put in the work for, whatever they're willing to accept. Like, nobody ain't gotta fuck with you because you going out here and changing this whole 360, being this whole new person. The really most damage you can do is to yourself. Cause you burying your true self in this hole in order to impress other people or to fake impress yourself. Like, why are you betraying yourself? Why are you hardening yourself? And then when people don't fuck with you, you want to get mad, and then now you the angry Joe. Now you getting money, now you angry, now you want to fuck with nobody. Now you getting all this money, like, damn, I'm lonely. Like, damn, nobody don't fuck with me. Everybody just want this from me. Want. The whole time, nobody don't want shit from you. They just distancing themselves from you because of the way that you're acting, this new person that you've created, this new character. I won't even consider you a person, this new character that you created. People don't want to be around that. And most people say, oh, it's okay. I could do this by my own. No, no, you can't. No, you can't. That whole alone thing, that shit is time sensitive. Time sensitive. No one can be alone for their entire life. You will need help in something and you will need a partner in something. Nobody's running the ship by themselves. And if you know somebody that is, check on their mental health. Let me know if you know someone that's alone, no friends, no help, no guidance, and is the happiest person in the world. Because we all need somebody. And like a lot of people say, oh, I came in this world alone. No, you didn't. Your mother birthed you. I always tell people that are close to me, they know I always say it take two to tango. That's my favorite saying. It take two to tango. It take two to do a lot of shit. Probably majority shit. And sometimes it don't even got to be people. It can be things. It could be digital. Whatever the case may be. It takes two. A lot of this shit that we do is not solo. So don't come in here think, oh, I came in this world alone. I'm gonna go out alone. Like I know some of the sayings is, um, a casket don't have a bump bed, but that's cool. That's cool. That's whenever your time calls. Like whenever it's time for you to go, that's cool. But while you living, make sure you can enjoy with other. Make sure you can enjoy yourself with yourself, or enjoy just doing anything in general. Don't limit yourself because you think you can do this alone. You think that you starting over is the right way to go. It's not. Like, I'm gonna give y'all a great example. Like, for instance, my I don't want to say my favorite, but somebody that I idolize their mindset is Wallow. Like, he used to say, I'm gonna just say this one thing. He said he didn't say he was like, I'm not in Princeton. He said I'm not in prison. I'm in Princeton. Just a mindset of that, just willing to evolve while he's incarcerated. It's just little stuff like that that you have to take in perspective because you can change. You can alter, you can adjust your mindset and who you are, but you don't have to hit a whole 360. You don't have to be this whole new person. It just doesn't make sense. Why are we jumping the boat? Why are we jumping hauling ass because of one situation or multiple situations? You can adjust that, knock that out of the way, and keep going. Nah, look, you just learned a new trait. You just learned something new about yourself. You can do this instead of learning that, okay, whenever shit get hard, I just run away. It's the easiest thing to do, run away. Whenever shit get hard, I just stop. You giving up on yourself. You manipulating yourself. You are manipulating yourself. Like, that's the best way I can put it. You are manipulating yourself to believe that you have to change in order to be successful. You have to change in order to be accepted. You have to change in order to see a brighter light. That's what you're manipulating yourself to think. You have to be this whole new person. You have to be born again. It's not it. I'm sorry. It's not it. It's not it. Like, it's simply just having the will to say, no, this will not happen to me again. This will not be accepted in my life. This will not be my story. This will not be me. I'm going to change. It's just that simple. I'm going to change. I'm going to be different. I'm going to level up. It's just that easy. You just have to be willing to put in the work. The thinking process is, I want to say, the most difficult part of it. Because you're thinking about it, you're like, damn, man, this shit seems so hard. But once you get that honed in, every action beyond that will become the easiest thing. It's just the consistency and the understanding part of it. This shit is not easy. This is not an overnight work. So whenever you build that mindset, whenever you build that mental strength, dog, you a winner. You're gonna win. I did it. You can do it. And just me being honest, like, I don't even think I went through the worst shit in the world. It's plenty of people that go through worse things that I've went through. But those people that went through the worst things, those are people that I'm helping now. And it's so amazing. It's a full circle because I used to feel like I went through everything. I used to feel like that I was going through the most shit in the world, but now I'm helping the people that are. I'm impacting the people that are. I'm putting change in the people's life that are going through these worst things. Just by me being myself. I never changed. I never changed, gang. Like I never changed who I was in order to impress people. I never changed who I was. And now I'm reaping all those fruits from my hard labor, from me remaining the same, from me being a stand-up guy. I didn't have to change nothing about myself, fam. And of course, people gonna be like, oh, it's good to hit a 360. This is a new chapter of your life. That's bullshit, fam. Like, I said it in the last episode, all that, oh, new year, new me shit. No, just the same me, just adjusting, changing based on what I did not like, based on what I did not no longer want to accept. Get on that roadmap with God and allow God to direct you, and then you just follow the directions that He provided for you. And if you get lost, if you feel like you're lost, if you feel like you're being challenged, if you feel like you just don't understand, ask Him for clarity, ask Him to reroute you in the order, in the place where you should be heading, in the place where you're needed, not wanted, needed. All these things can happen for you, man. Like, it's a lot of people out here that I truly think deserve the best in their life, but they always try to keep up with these trends, these waves. They always try to keep up with this false narrative because they're not so happy with their situation. They're not so happy with how they were raised. So they think, okay, let me not talk about how I was raised. Let me not live in the way that I was raised. Let me just change and be this whole new person. And that's cool. Don't never let your environment make who you are. But don't act like you never came from that. Don't act like that wasn't you. Don't act like that never happened, because it did, and it's still you. It's still a part of you. You can grow from that. You can adjust from that. Now, I'm gonna put it into a perspective like this. Think about it like this. Imma always resort back to my environment and my upbringing and just everything in that sense, in that totality. If you accept who you are for who you are, think about the people that relate to you or were are from where you are or relate to how you were raised or whatever the case may be, relate to you in general. Think about how easy and how trusting they will be with you because you made it being from where they are. You made it from being a part of something they may have been through. It's gonna be like, damn, he did it. I can do it. It's a lot of people that tap in with me that be like, damn, bro. First off, I never thought you went through that. Damn, bro. Fuck, I related to that. You just helped me. It's a lot of people that always say that word to me, the H word, help. And I'm just like, man, I'm just telling my truth. I'm just telling my story. I'm just being me. And by me being me, I'm helping you get to another level in your life that you've been reaping and sowing and trying to get at for the longest by me just being me. And like I always say, that's humbly speaking. I'm honored to be able to help people. I'm honored to be able to, assist people in many different ways, whether that be mentally, financially, whatever the case may be. I'm always excited and honored to be a part of something that's meaningful and impactful in somebody's life. I don't even have to sow or reap anything from it. I don't need anything from people getting to where they need to be at. I just do it because it's me. This is my purpose. This is my calling. That's why it's so normal. That's why it's so natural for me to do because this is my calling and it can truly be yours. So while you're navigating through these life crises, while you're out here, going through X, Y, and Z, always remember that it's something next coming up for you. And understand that while you're going through all these things, you're on the roadmap with God right now. And you have to take a step back, look at what you're going through, understand that is God telling me that I'm going the wrong way? Is God telling me that I need to be patient? Is God telling me that I need to take a break? Is God telling me that this is the right path that you need to go on, but you need to go through this in order to get to the next chapter? You need to go through this in order to get to your true destination. Because the best way I can explain it, I love, love, love metaphors. Every road that we go on in life with our vehicles, with our bikes, walking, is never, never even surface. It's always going to be a bump. It's always going to be a hill. It's always gonna be a mountain. It's always gonna be something that comes in play with our life or comes in play with our walk or journey that is altered. Are you gonna turn around and run from it? Or are you gonna go over it and learn about it and learn from it and continue your journey? Because just because it's a tall hill doesn't mean that once you get to the other side, it's nothing there. It might be the same road that you was going on the whole entire time. And once you get over that hill, your destination is right there in your eyes. You can see it clearly. It's look like it's an arm's reach where you can just grab it. But you got to get over that hill first. You got to get over that bump first. Take time, man, and analyze. Take time and enjoy where you got to where you are now. Don't neglect the person that you are now because this challenges that you may be going through. Don't manipulate the person that you are now because that person matters. That person has some traits to where you just simply can't remove. Those traits are needed for you to get through every struggle that you go through. And by you changing, you may lose those traits. You may lose that knowledge. You may lose everything because you're trying to be a completely new person. Now it's harder for you to get over certain things that you were used to getting over. Now it's challenging when you can't handle your emotions. You can't see things clearly because you changed and forgot about those traits that you had. So it's simply, man, just be yourself. Be yourself, love yourself. Always be willing to learn and grow. Always be willing to understand that it may not happen your way. It may not happen on your time, but it will happen in general. It may not happen how you plan for it to happen. Everybody should be comfortable with knowing that, okay, my dreams may not be as realistic as I dreamt them to be. Maybe my dreams will come true. Maybe it'll be in a different way. Maybe it'll be altered a little bit. Maybe it'll be offset in just a little bit. Maybe I have to go through a little bit more. Maybe my dream came a little bit faster. Maybe my dream didn't come at all. So what will I do next? Can't battle with yourself. You can't sit there and dwell with yourself. Do what's best for you at all costs. Do what's best for you at all times. But I would never recommend that changing fully is something that's good for yourself. I didn't change completely who I was. I always been Trey. Hence the name Trey of Truth. I lived in my truth. And to this day, I still do. That's why I'm able to get up here and tell my story and get up here and help people and impact people because I'm being myself. I'm being Trey. I'm not up here being T two times. That ain't me. It ain't. And I go by a lot of different names, but whenever people speak to me, they always resort back to Trey. Always. So it's a lot of different ways where people can try to limit you in a box, and there's a lot of ways where you can try to limit yourself in a new box. But you'll always be who you were born to be. And always keep that in mind forever and ever and ever. And that's the episode. Look, guys, I'm gonna just go on a little rant here. Of course, I appreciate everybody tapping in. Man, just I want to give myself a pat on the back. I've never celebrated myself for anything I've done in this podcast. And I think going forward in every episode, I just want to give myself a little bit of flowers just to, let myself know that I'm actually doing good. I'm actually doing it too because it's a lot of podcasters that don't make it to 27 episodes published. It's a lot of podcasters don't make it to over 500 downloads. I have that. I've done that. It's a lot of podcasts that don't have over 500 subscribers on YouTube. I have that. I've done that. All within less than a year, must I say. So I'm definitely happy with the results that I've achieved in 2025. And I'm happy that you guys are a part of it because without you guys, none of this would be possible. And with that said, I want to let you guys in on a secret. I always say, oh, I got big things coming. But guys, I got some shit on the way that is going to blow your mind. This is only the beginning. I know it's a little loose with the structure. I know it's a little loose here and there, but trust me, it's a lot of things that's about to get in order that makes y'all life easier and that makes our bond and connection way much stronger. So with that being said, y'all know how I am with the outro. Gone.